Dime, esto es lo que tú querías.
Welcome back to another edition of Let's Smoke About It, where we talk about the cigar culture and what keeps it going and growing. We're back with my main man, Mr. Winfred at Q's Lounge.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, I told y'all it was coming. It's on deck right now. Q's Lounge at
4469 Broadway, Gary, Indiana, 46409.
Right. All right.
That TV back.
That's all right, man. So I'm your host, B Ship, co-host, Baby Will.
What's going on?
My main man, Mr. Tate.
What's up, y'all?
And the man of the hour, Winfred Owens.
My pleasure.
Man, thanks for having us back, man.
We had a great time last time.
Yeah, we had to do it again.
Yeah,
and you know what? Just so y'all know, this is Gary's own first black cigar. Our own. Mm-hmm. And what better way to celebrate it with some Uncle Nearest.
Uncle
Nearest.
Yes.
So we got some new Uncle Nearest to try too. So we gonna crack them open while we talk about these cigars. Mm-hmm. So tell us more about the cigars, Winfred. While we gonna crack the green one.
Start with the green one.
All right.
That's what you like. Well, the cigars is finally landed. You know, now I get a little bit more rest at night. But when they was in the making, I couldn't sleep in order to try to bring something home, bring something great, something fantastic for people to enjoy and people to smoke. Now that it's here, you know, I've been getting some good reviews. I haven't had one bad review about my cigars at the moment. So I look forward to everybody trying the cigars. I got them in a few stores and more stores to come.
So what stores you got in here right now? Do you know?
Right now I just got Andy Cigars in 25th, but I just scored a deal with a smoke shop in South Bend. So in South Bend they have 10 stores. They have 7 in Fort Wayne, 10 in Indianapolis, and 10 in Lafayette.
Okay.
And they're gonna allow me to put all my cigar boxes in the store and my cigar marijuana wraps.
Oh, okay. Man, I don't even know. You gave me, which one you give me today?
That's the Maduro.
The Maduro, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, that's a Toro Maduro.
Yeah. Let me fire him up because you know I like me some Maduros now. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you love Maduros. Another lighter?
Let me see a lighter, Will.
I just put something in there. I guess it didn't love me.
She wanted to edit all that.
No.
There we go. There we go.
That's all right. You know, it happens.
Sometimes
it happens.
them babies is temperamental, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's all how you touch it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this got a finish on it.
You got a finish on it?
Oh yeah.
You got a good light on it.
You know, I just want to say, you know, personally, I'm proud, you know, to be with Winfred and watch him grow and development through this journey of getting these cigars off the you know, from seed to wrap to box to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been fantastic, and I know it's been, you know, heavy on him. You know, we talked a few times, and every now and then I, you know, had to give him a pep talk for him to keep going. Mm-hmm. Not like it's hard, because, you know, Winfred ain't never been no quitter, so I never had to worry about that at all. It's just sometimes everybody need that push to keep on going, because I don't care how strong you are, when you're doing something like this, you know, it's gonna make you halt a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's gonna make you think, hey, is this what I need to be doing? Or is this gonna work out? You know, and it's gonna work out. You gotta have people in your corner.
Facts.
I mean, honest people in your corner.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, I'm gonna raise this Uncle Nearest. I'm gonna say
yes,
salute
sir.
to my guy.
Salute.
You know.
Yes, sir.
You're always here to support. And let's have some fun tonight, man.
Questions is open.
Well, you know, Winfred, I was here the night you opened up, you unveiled.
Yeah.
You know, people said a lot of stuff, you know, just good about you, the person, you know, the man, how you want to give back, what you want to do, what you want to do with these cigars. I mean, yeah, we want to enjoy these cigars. You know, we want to, you know, make sure that everybody gets to try them, you know, buy them at their leisure, but you're just focused on building something.
Yeah.
You know, that what you talked about that night, that 1% of that $1 billion industry is everything, and everybody doesn't think of it in that way. You know, some people just want to get into it for just the love of cigars, right? Or, you know, everybody's going to have that, but that other passion to get to that 1% if possible, that's what's good about this, because it's untapped, right? And you know, the more you put into this, the more we have these conversations, the more that we all gonna get out and try to push these Winfred Owens. That's gonna get us closer to that 1%.
Yeah.
And to me, that's what it's about.
Well, you know, I'm a big proponent of supporting one another. You know, we don't support one another enough. You know, I hate it when I go to another store to give my money to somebody that I don't look like me. And, you know, I don't care on what platform, because, you know, as I was coming up, a fair exchange is not a robbery.
Right.
So, you know, I don't see nobody coming in my door that I took my money to return the money back. You know, and until we, you know, get on that agenda with one another, then, you know, it's just going to make it just that much more time consuming and that much longer for us to be where we need to be in America.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? And I've never tried a Churchill before. Well, I've never really smoked one, but
Oh, wow.
when you gave me the Churchills and the box press, and you know, I know we got the Maduro right there.
Maduro.
We got the other one is a Toro, right?
The other one is Robusto Maduro.
Robusto.
Yeah, but it's a Maduro.
And then we got the
yellow box is the Barber Pole.
the Churchill Connecticut.
The Churchill Connecticut, that's the anniversary edition. And then, of course, you got the nub in the orange and white box. And then in the kind of rustic box, you got the Lancero. Yeah.
So the quantity on the boxes, right now, is it 10, 20?
20 in all boxes. And I got a few boxes with 10. The nubs even came in a 10. That was a surprise to me.
Okay.
But the majority of them is 20.
20, okay.
Then I have a few in the 10, the Perfectos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfectos come in a 10 box.
That's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
Most of the cigars are either going to come in a box of 20, anywhere from 20 to 24, sometimes 25.
25.
10 is also a good number too. That's when you're dealing with more like the nubs, and then there's other cigars that are like they're more premium and more high value that come in like a box of 10.
Right.
For example, I smoked a Cohiba Spectre. That's like $100 a stick.
Okay.
So it only comes in 10 cigars in one box.
Right.
Just like the Andalusian Bull from La Flor Dominicana, that only comes in 10 in a box.
Right.
So sometimes there's a reason behind it.
Yeah.
I was at a place called, I think it was Burn in Naperville, and they had a Opus box in there. They wanted $130 a stick, and it was 20 per box, and 20 in the box. So I took that idea and I said I'm gonna make that same or something similar to that box, and I'm gonna get me a really nice aged tobacco.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do that when I launch the Ambassador this summer.
A lot of them come just like Winfred said, like 20 in a box, those more expensive cigars, but then they also coffin them like individually. They're like a coffin, like its own little wooden little box.
That's right.
And then they put all of those
Inside
into
the
one
box.
big box.
Yeah.
So you see that a lot too.
Yeah.
You know, but you know what you're getting when you drop $200-300 for a stick. You know.
Definitely. I think I want to say I think my max on the stick right now has been probably $70.
70.
That's
a good number.
I've not spent over $70 for a stick.
Well, the issue with that is, I don't want to say you get what you pay for, but you pay for everything you get.
Did you say 7 or 70?
70.
70
For one stick.
Okay.
For one stick.
And you work every day, so
I intend to try it, but I'm working my way on up the ladder. So
Okay. Yeah.
I've been smoking a while, but I found out now my smoking habits are very expensive. So
Well, they should be, because that's the only thing you get to
I've
enjoy
done
without
that.
no interruptions.
I've done that once when my wife and I we went to Jamaica, and I was able to buy like 4 Cohibas. I got 2 Bahiques and 2 Siglos.
Okay.
So it was 4. I ain't gonna tell you how much I paid for them, but I'm like, damn. But I had to do it. You know what I mean? Because
it's an experience,
right? It's all about the experience, and you got to try a cigar like that, so you'll be able to know how to know the differences between a more premium tobacco and then one that's not as.
I'll add to that. I sent a box, a buddy of mine in Oklahoma, sent him a box of my limited edition box, Connecticut's, the Churchill, and he sent me a picture back. Hey man, good stick, better than this unicorn. Now, I never heard of a unicorn cigar, but then I text him back, hey man, how much you pay for it? He said he paid $100 for the stick. You know, he said, hey man, your stick way better than this unicorn. Man, I got the information to prove it. You know what I mean?
Hey, we told you when we were trying to sample cigars, it was like, Winfred, you own something right here.
Yeah, I told him that too.
You was on.
Like, man, you ready for your life to change?
Man, I was like, I told Will, I was like, man, we getting on ground level, man. We gonna roll with him on this one.
Well, you know, if you change, my life changed, and I'm gonna change a lot of other lives. So, you know, that's the blessing from God.
Yes, sir.
If your life changed, then you get in a situation or position to change somebody else's life. And there's nothing like being able, man, with a stroke of a pen to change somebody else's life, you know? And that's in the form of a checkbook,
and
by the way.
That one is, getting some people, that, don't smoke cigars, right? And all they do, like, Dietrich, we give him his example. He just smoked premium cigars because, he got the money, he wanted to smoke something. So when I gave him that Maduro, he couldn't believe how good his cigar was, and I'm not gonna say the name of the $30 cigar, but he's like, I don't have to spend that money on those because this guy, he said, cigar was better. Yeah. And I said, that's what you got to try different cigars. But I tell anybody, these cars to me stand up on anything that I smoke, and usually I'm not spending $70. Right. But I mean, I spend $50, on certain cigars.
Yeah, on certain ones.
I mean, that's just like I said, we got a little money. You want to enjoy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not really about that band like we talk about, Winfred. Yeah. It's about the quality of what's inside the cigar and what it's wrapped with.
Well, when you send them in for a rating, you send them into the magazines, you can't send a band with it.
Right, exactly.
You just send them, you know what I'm saying, without the band. And then they'll let you know because they don't want, the testers to know.
Yeah, they don't want to be biased on how they decide
that's how that comes
what they're going to rate somebody's cigar. Because, just like most of the time,
the most 92.
Right. It's 92. Sometimes cigar manufacturers, they pay a lot of money to these magazines.
Right.
And sometimes the more they put in there, the higher your rating is going to be.
Yes, sir.
Just like, back in the day, how radio stations used to do with music. You give me, a certain amount of dollars, blah, 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 blah.
You get more plays.
Make sure that your song gonna get played a lot more
rotation.
So that's basically how sometimes that works out like that.
After I got a vision for something I'm seeing, for the summertime. So the summertime, I'm gonna keep my same boxes and everything because I'm changing a box company down there. So I need to make sure that they still be able to produce the same colors and all of that. But that cigar that I'm working on called the Ambassador, that's gonna be a bad cigar.
Okay.
The only difference is I'm trying to decide whether I should just do it in a Churchill or whether I should do it in a Robusto or should I just do a full line of them. That's where, I'm kind of finding my way because I had a bunch of different ones, a Torpedo, like I say, the Perfectos. And so whichever ones I'm gauging and selling, the barber pole, I ran out of the barber poles. I got one box and I got to send it to Detroit.
Okay.
That's
a good question. So right now, when you got your shipment in, you got your Maduros, you got your Connecticut's, you got your barber poles, you got your nubs. Which one sold out first?
Barber pole. But then you gotta realize maybe I only had 20 boxes of the barber pole, and I had 50 boxes of the Toros.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is once the barber poles kind of sold out in some of the shops that don't really carry the barber pole, well, they carry, but I got a nice looking barber pole, as you say,
Right.
about the look of the cigar. So I went back and I made a phone call, and I won't run out of barber poles this summer. So I'll have enough barber poles to kind of go around.
All right. So you was telling us earlier off camera about a sample pack you coming out with?
Sample pack?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do a variety pack. So it's gonna be 20 in the box, but I'm gonna do 5 barber poles, 5 Connecticut's, 5 Habanos, and I'm gonna do 5 Maduros. Because a guy named, I forget his name, or he's gonna kill me for this, Riley, Michael Riley. He when he bought his cigars and I sent them to him, and he said, hey Winfred, man, some days I might like to smoke a Maduro. Some days I might smoke the Connecticut.
Okay.
He said, man, have you ever thought about doing a variety?
Giving a sample of
So
everything.
that's what I'm gonna do. So he's the guy that told me to do the variety pack, and so I'll have a variety pack this summer, and I'm just trying to think of what I'm gonna do as far as the design of the box, because it won't be no traditional. I'm gonna do something special for that variety pack.
Okay.
But it will be available.
All right. Well, I know you said that, so I want to let everybody know the variety pack is coming.
Yeah, I do a variety pack.
so-
It'll be here.
And then your hours here for what's your hours
My
here?
hours here is from 6 to 12, from Tuesday to Friday, and then from Saturday from 6 to 3 a.m.
Okay. Because that way, in case anybody don't know, you can go to Andy's.
Yeah, you can go to Andy's
here in
25th and Grant.
25th and Grant. Volcano Edge, right here on
Yeah, he's going to be carrying.
78th and Broadway, and then
I went to Karma, and Karma, we haven't decided
Okay.
exactly what's going to happen, but for all those who smoking at Karma, hey, my cigars hopefully will be in the store.
man, yes sir, I'm telling you.
But Winfred, you just made me think about something. You said about the 4 right in the box. That anniversary one you want to make, that I think it should just be one type of cigar now. I know you talked about doing a whole line of that one.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So
maybe to me your most popular, but I know your most popular sometimes really is the barber pole. But I'm thinking maybe box press over Busto and just that one.
The only reason you're right, because the only reason I'm thinking about it, because as time goes on and I kind of follow the Patels and all those guys, and so they always come out with a stick along with the rest of their line, and it might be an anniversary. It might be like Rocky Patel. He turned 60, so he had a stick called 60.
Yeah, he does a lot.
You know
of
what
that
I mean?
stuff. Yeah.
And so I kind of take my cue off of them. So the next one will be the ambassador. But like you said, as opposed to me spending all the money to go and do all, the full line, the Lancero, the barber pole, I'll just stick to maybe a Robusto. I might just do the 6x52, and that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll just have that one line of cigars, and that way I don't have to go through all the ups and downs, spending the extra money, because it's a cost in it.
Because like you said that Rocky Patel does it, LFD do it. I mean, it's just that one.
It's the one.
It's just that one. You can only get this size. This band, everything, and that's probably, I like that.
So I think I'm gonna do a limited edition, maybe 100 boxes of that.
So that's what's that? 100? 500 cigar? I was just about to say, because like another thing that we like, this other Ezra Zion, they put out, when they do their cigars, it's like if you don't react fast, you might as well wait till the next go round. Because like we talked about it the other day, it was an ugly sweater that come out right around Christmas, and I was waiting for the text, and I was at work, and I was working, and by the time I saw the text, I got to try to order it, and it was already gone. And then they only come out every winter time, So
I was having this conversation with my daughter, and talking about as far as building a brand, building everything, and she goes to the gym, and so she's 14, so she goes to the gym, And I was like, hey, it's just like, you don't go in there lifting 200 pounds or 150 pounds. You build your muscles as time goes on. And so that's the same thing what I'm doing here as time goes on. I have some interest in Arizona. I have some interest in Houston. And so, pretty soon, in God's own time, I'll be across the United States. And if I can get them global, that's
gonna be it right there.
Yep, that's gonna
because
be
I wouldn't mind having a plane too. You know what I mean? So we all can fly when we get ready. I do it anyway, but I'm saying my own plane.
This is a good cigar, man.
Yeah, that's the Toro. That's the Robusto. I mean, a Toro Maduro.
Yeah. I like my Maduros, man.
Yeah, I got a Maduro for you, but I ain't even opened the box. It's a 70 gauge. I sent it to my man in Dallas.
Yeah, I like the
I think
Maduro
I sent him the Maduro, but I got it in the church. I got it in the Habano in Connecticut. Smooth smoke.
And I ain't gonna even lie to you, but this green one is pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's the first time I've ever had that. I've had the other two on the other end, but never had that. And I like the notes. It's especially on a night like this. Oh, it's giving me the warmth that I need.
Yeah.
The antifreeze.
Oh my God! Yes.
They did a remarkable job with this Uncle Nearest.
It's really nice. I was able to get the sweetness like right off the tip.
Yeah.
And then it's also have like a
caramel,
like nutty, note to it as well.
I'm a Tanqueray man. Anybody knows me know I won't drink nothing but Tanqueray.
Okay.
But when it comes to smoking and smoking with friends, I don't mind drinking a whiskey.
And hopefully this summer we can get this big smoke together. We can get Uncle Nearest to come on down to Gary, Indiana, and partake with us.
Well, you got your hammer chisel in the way, and I'm gonna have my hammer chisel in the way. And
let's do it. Let's do it.
And we can get her to sponsor the event.
Yeah, that would be great.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put it. She's gonna sponsor the event. She's gonna do it.
Oh, you can put it out there. Hey,
I know people. So at the end of the day, I know people.
Y'all heard it right here.
Yeah.
The Big Smoke is coming to Gary, Indiana.
Uncle Near's gonna sponsor.
We're gonna be at Q's Lounge. If you haven't been here, this patio here is off the chain. So we're gonna have vendors. We're gonna have hopefully all the Uncle Near's you can get. But details are coming later. We'll get into that later.
My sister make a famous mastacholi. So all that I'm gonna do free food, and we're gonna have a really good time. A great time.
It'll be the first of many. First of many. Well, I mean, we came back. We visited Winfred. Y'all see the boxes. Y'all know it's here. You know where to get them at. I want to thank you, Mr. Tate, for coming out and partaking with us.
It's my pleasure hanging out with you guys.
Winfred, again.
And one more thing I'd like to add.
What's that?
I'm going to Nicaragua probably next week.
Okay.
When I come back, I have the flavored cigars for the sisters to try.
Okay.
And the brothers, because now, more guys are getting into the flavored cigars.
Okay.
So, I got a nice contract with someone there, and we doing the flavored cigar.
Hey, well, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it right here. So, keep tuned in. Next podcast, we'll keep you updated with our podcast. Peace out. Peace. Salud.
Peace. Salud.
So that's cool. Yeah.
That's cool. I should have given him a phone number like because I like to do like what's his name, Omar Johnson. And Omar, he
no, let it roll.
He give him his real phone number. So no, she edit this in the clip anyway.
What we
I said if she edited it in the clip,
she'll edit all this out.
I just give him my real phone number.
But like what's crazy is like every podcast that we've done, the conversation after the podcast, everybody's like, man, you should have had that in the podcast. So that's why I'm just keeping it going. And then, she could just add.
We should just be
chop it up.
Chop it up. We sitting there smoking.
Yeah.
You can get up, get some ice, get another drink. She added all that out, and because podcast, what it does is it gives you the real person.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And that's what I like about them. You know, I watch some of them. I don't watch them all, but
Right.
the ones that interest me, I watch them.
Yeah, you know, and that what was crazy that really caught my attention is I was watching Drink Champs,
I love Drink Champ.
and you know they talking to different people about different topics, but people were paying attention more what's on the table than the conversation,
Yeah.
which was crazy. Like the first one we did, I think I had what did I have on the table?
Well, we had the E.H. Taylor. We had something else. I think I had one of my I had maybe the Japanese. I can't even remember.
I can't remember.
That's how he even got the contract with Ciroc and Puff Daddy. He had notice.
Oh,
He had the Ciroc up there all the time.
but you know, and that's what's crazy. It's like people say, "Oh man, y'all drinking real good." I'm like, "What?" I saw so they had to. So when I went back to look at the video, you had to stop it, zoom in to. So you
Right.
that lets you know people pay attention.
They're paying attention.
to every little bit about it.
If she's gonna edit it, I'll get up and go get my phone so I can make a phone call to Uncle Nearest.
But no,
Seriously.
people have stopped me and shit
Phone call.
at the
Let
other
me get
cigar
up.
bar, Miller, saying, "We saw how does that taste?" Because you know, me and Ship, we've been drinking for a few years now.
Right.
But everybody hadn't had certain, just different burgers and stuff that we bring and some whiskeys, and they just like, man, is it good and such and such. And I mean, it furthers that conversation that'll always circle back to cigars.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing, because I mean, yeah, we want to show what we drink and what you can find, but you still got to taste, you got to buy it.
Yep.
At the end of the day, it's still gonna circle back to
If we dug probably deep enough, and I mean deep enough in our history, we was the first people probably to make the cigars anyway. We damn sure worked the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So you work the fields, and it could be something in my roots. You never know to where it led me back to my great grandfather or something, and where he was. Same thing with Uncle Nearest, where he might have been doing something in cigars and tobacco, but they rob us of our history. So you got to go back and search and find.
Well, I know one thing. This here is such a great smoke, and it's pairing very well with
Yes,
Yeah.
yes it is. Yes it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I'm gonna get another shot. And I don't,
the smoke output. Look, y'all watching this. Watch this. I'm gonna show you this.
Oh well, it's a nice pool, man.
Man, that's a perfect pool. You got a nice smoke output. It doesn't. You don't have to suck your jaws in to draw. It's very light on the draw.
Yeah. And I'll say this, John. Since even with 3 verdicts right here, you know what I'm saying? I've never heard anyone say nothing but great stuff about the cigar, the pull, the draw, the ash, everything about it. And as John say, if you smoking cigars, you ain't smoke one of these, you ain't smoking cigars.
You ain't
At
smoking.
least in our hometown.
Yeah. You
ain't
I mean, that's the benefit that I should get,
Right.
just
You got
from
a
all
guy-
the trials and tribulations that
You
I've
got a
been
guy
through
in your
to
own
do it.
city, that's bringing luxury to the city.
Yeah.
Bringing sophistication to the city, and you got the opportunity to sample, what he has to offer, and he knocks it right out of the park.
man.
But we could do it right here in this setting because I told you earlier, they gonna miss me when I'm gone. They gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Well, here's the thing: you might be
serious.
physically gone, but your stick's gonna stay because
yeah.
the sticks is gonna be everywhere.
But
You
but they
physically
won't get a
might be
chance of
gone.
smoking with me.
Oh well, yeah, well that's
You know what I mean?
Well, everybody can't be as
Yeah.
lucky as us.
That's-
Everybody can't be as lucky as us.
Yeah, we gonna smoke, but just probably.
Because you
not
know
with
what?
me.
Just Rocky Patel, Drew Estate, Oliva. Everybody started here.
Oh yeah, they all started from the bottom.
They all started.
Everybody started. Rocky Patel's friends thought he was nuts for giving up his
Law
firm,
firm.
his law firm. He graduated from the University of Wisconsin. He was a lawyer. Went down to California. He was a lawyer for like entertainers. And some of his clients were going to a country club, and they introduced him to cigars, and he fell in love with it. and he talked to some people, and they got together and they developed their own. It's called the Indian Tobacco Company. It was him and his partners, and he was telling his boys, all his lawyer buddies and whatever, hey, look, this is what I want to do. I'm selling my practice. They was like, dude, you nuts.
I'm gonna add something to that story. I caught a blowout on I-80, and so I end up wait for the tow truck. They come, told me to Discount Tires over in Orland Park.
Okay.
Tinley Park, Orland Park. So I'm in Discount Tire. Of course, I go in there. They was messing around. They were doing something, taking all day. So I spoke up and I said something. So when I said something, white guy in there named Ray, he said, "Oh man, yeah, they taking too long and et cetera, et cetera." So he's like, I was like, man, I gotta go to a meeting, man. I gotta get out of here. And they ain't telling me nothing about my tire. So I ended up having to leave my car. Ray's like, what kind of meeting you going to? I said, I got a cigar, I got my own brand. So he was like, man, I don't smoke, but I got a buddy who do smoke. So I gave him, we exchanged numbers. About 3 days later, he sent me a text. He said, man, this guy named Larry. Larry gonna call, or you call Larry in a text message. So I ended up calling Larry. Me and Larry hooked up, and we didn't see each other yet. He's in Florida right now. He'll be back on the 25th. And so Larry called, and he's said, hey, you know, Ray was explaining to me that you got a cigar brand, and I'd like to try it and this and that. So he said, let me tell you. He said, I work, and I've been to Rocky Patel's estate in Honduras. He said, Rocky Patel flies in about 40, 50 people. And when he flew them in, they do like a 4-day, like a luncheon. So they went to the factory, and he paid for all the food. They was only responsible for the airfare.
Okay.
And so he said, hey man, I'm gonna help you. He said, but let me tell you something, remember this. He said, they told Rocky Patel, a guy with the name Patel, he wouldn't make it in the cigar industry. And so as he telling me the story, he said, but now Rocky Patel is probably number 5.
You in the top 10?
In the world, top 10. And you know, selling cigars. So he said, hey man, if you got something, if that's what you want to do, you can do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so we're gonna go Rocky and drink.
Plenty of times working for, you know, Burn down in Indianapolis and in Pittsburgh, and this guy is a workaholic, man. He doesn't sleep at all.
You know something about that?
Yeah, he don't sleep.
Like this dude.
We were in Burn, Pittsburgh during our grand opening week, and we were all sitting there after we closed to the public. It's like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and Rocky Patel is sitting with all of us, just telling us stories about how he started. It's like 3 in the morning, going into 4 in the morning, and he just as energetic as somebody who woke up at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's like that's just who he is. You know,
like tomorrow.
You gotta have that passion. Man.
He's got the passion, man, and you know, like Winfred said,
I found something. You know what I'm saying? I found my sweet spot in life. For me, I found a sweet spot because here again, you know, I like to compete with the big guys. You know, and all it takes is some money, a few friends, some courage. You know. You know, you bet big, you win big. You don't bet, you don't win nothing. And I ain't gonna lie, it's been some heartaches. You know, I still go through them because, like, the boxes that I got, I don't care if it's 1 box, if it's 300 boxes, they should be gone. That's just the way I think. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then people bring me back down to earth and be like, hey man, tell you what, man, you supposed to just, it's gonna come.
Right.
It's gonna come, but you know, I've always liked things speeded up for me, you know, and we gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna have a good time doing it. You know, anybody get any scrapes and scars, we got Band-Aids.
got Band-Aids, baby.
Band-Aid don't work, we got a hospital.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, just don't go in there and stay. We can go to the hospital and come out in a few days or a week or 2. And once we get out, we got work to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy. You know, I've been drinking 1856 since it came out. I mean, I was one of the first people who probably had it. You know, shit 4 years ago when I was living in Atlanta. And I always said that was the best bourbon I had. It cost $50.
Yeah.
And I know this one cost more, but this is
good.
This might.
This the one you this the one you
This
try.
might be the smoothest Well, it's, you know, it's a little.
But guess what? That's the cheapest.
With
That's
this
the
one here?
Yep. It's like
This one is good, and I'm a gin drinker, and I don't care what kind of pairing they got. I drink gin and a cigar, but
Hey.
you know,
Speaking of that, he should have brought you some of that. So I was at Benny's, and they had this what is it? Whistle Pig, right?
Oh yeah, I've had that before.
The one finished in the gin barrel.
oh my god.
So I gave
Whistle Pig
I
is
gave
really
Ship
good.
that bottle. So basically, this bourbon finished in gin barrels.
okay.
Now how it taste, Ship?
Now,
I only got that much left.
Today I was reading in the magazine, and I'm gonna butcher the name up. It was called Narco Miso, something like that. And it's in the newest cigar, wine, and spirit. You gave me my rating. So that gin, that for a fifth was $1,300 or $1,800 for a fifth of that gin.
Yeah,
And they paired
I
it with
wasn't
a
really,
cigar.
I wasn't
That's what
really
they doing.
a gin drinker.
Ooh, okay.
I know when I was younger, you know, we all was on the bumpy face back in the day when we was kids. But if I drink a gin right now, it'll be Hendrix because that's the only gin I would drink because it's a lot smoother than most of the other gins that I've had.
Hendrix gin before.
Wait till you try that single barrel. Oh my god.
Now, educate me on the whiskey. What's the difference between the single barrel and the double barrel?
All right, so we got 1856 is the this the 100 proof, right?
Oh, wow.
This is 100 proof.
I ain't heard 100 proof since you know it.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Everclear.
Everclear. We far beyond that.
That's that grain. That grain.
So 1856 is
There's 100 proof. This one is like 90, 93.
93. Okay.
Now, this is their newest one.
Oh
and
yeah, everybody. made that
it's only 84 proof, but I mean it's smooth.
There.
I mean it's real smooth. Like the like you said, the sweet note off the top, and then like the caramelized.
It's like a nutty caramel.
They didn't reach the billion in sales.
But wait till you get this single barrel right here. I ain't even tell you, but I ain't gonna say nothing about it.
I drank that one before I put some.
Nah, go finish that. Finish that.
I got me drunk. I got to get on the plane in the morning.
Yeah, you ain't got to fly.
You ain't gotta fly. You ain't gotta fly.
You ain't got to
feel
fly.
like you flying.
You ain't got to fly, bro. Just take that pillow and kick back.
Yeah, I'm going.
Get
John,
up when they tell you to.
I'm going to Arizona.
Okay.
I gotta take about 10 to 15 boxes to Arizona.
Well,
Tomorrow.
Make sure you get them pictures out, man, when you there, so we can go ahead and flood Facebook with it. Get them pictures out, man.
this I don't know if my
By the time you land tomorrow, I'm gonna text my boy there and get the name of that spot.
Okay.
That we go to this near him.
Okay. Yeah,
Cause I mean,
it's a couple of people that I got to link up with. Well, to be honest, I was going to go one day, take my cigars, drop them, and then come back. But we'll see. I might come back Friday. Saturday morning would be nice, you know. But yeah, Friday I may come back on Friday. Yeah.
well, I don't know if my eyes deceiving me, but this single barrel, it's either 121 proof or 124.9.
I can't see that well no more like I used to.
I can't either, but I'm telling you, it don't taste like the Willet. It like the Willet does that heat.
Oh, it's 121. That's what it is.
so it don't have that. It don't have that.
It don't have no bite.
Like the single barrel. What he got up there?
Yeah, they
Knob
say-
Creek.
they
It's
say-
moving-
No, oh yeah.
Cause that got heat on it.
Yeah.
This ain't got no heat on it though. And or maybe because I drank the Uncle Near's first, but I feel like I ain't got it's smooth.
I like a story, you know, and whatever that is, I'm gonna get my glasses where I can see it. But yeah, I love a story. This life is full of stories.
Oh man.
Hey, one for Pat. I'm taking a sip of that.
You want to take a sip of this? Yeah, I'm gonna try to drink that. But yeah, Brian, I appreciate it. You know,
Man.
you just
Yeah, I'm gonna try that too, man. But I'm not gonna rush this one first.
Hey,
I got a story too. You might want to hear it. You might want to hear it. You might want to hear it. The other night, I stopped at Carmen. I see Chuck. I call Chuck out. You know what I mean? He said, "Here we go." But at the end of the day, you know, when we doing what we doing, you know what I'm saying? Where I want to go with my life and with my friends, I don't want to carry no lies with me. You know what I'm saying? Or no bullshit.
Right.
If it ain't right, say it ain't right. If
Right.
what it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it's going to be anyway.
Right.
And so when I go to Carmen, I take my cigars, I put them on the table, put them all on the table, and hey man, look, I got my own cigars. You know what I mean? So as I put them on the table, he looking at them. You know, mind you, he didn't take one sample. He said, "Let me smoke it." You know what I mean? Say, "I'm gonna take a picture." Take a picture. So I take the picture with my phone. You know, you hold the phone up, take the picture of the display, same thing I did with us. And so when I take the display picture, I say, "Here, man, you can send it to yourself." I hand him my phone. So it dawns on me later on that night, I'm driving. I said, "Let me check and just see." He didn't even send the picture to himself.
Who he sent it to?
He didn't do nothing with it at all. He didn't do nothing with it at all. And here I am, and this to, you know, she want to put this on here, we'll have it, you know, you edit. But here's to our people, you know what I'm saying? Is that in his mind, he should have been like, because he out there selling everybody else's brand. You know, as again, we wear everybody else's stuff, you know, we sell everybody's stuff, but when it comes to our own stuff, you know, it's like, or our own brands, it's like it's taboo. He should have been coming through the door, embracing me and saying, "Hey man, it's about time."
Right. Okay, that's
A brother got a cigar. I see brothers up here all the time.
All the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? "Hey man, give me a couple sticks, man, if you can."
Right.
Give me, and hey man, I'm gonna make sure everybody in here get a stick to try your brand, to see how it is.
But
But he faked me out so
to
bad.
even double down on that, like I told you, it's 70 black-owned cigar, you know, people here,
Yeah.
right, that have their own cigars.
Yeah.
He ain't got none of them. And he got 500. Oh, how many other brands in there?
I haven't seen
Not
that.
one.
Yeah. And
So that right there in itself, that's why when I come there, when I go there, anytime I go there, I was
get
there for New
somebody-
Year's Eve. I bring my own cigars.
I'm gonna get somebody to twist his arm, and I'm gonna just see how far they twist it to find out if he gonna put it in there. And it ain't for me. It's just for us having solidarity
Yeah.
with one another, because there's no way they go in there, even if they don't buy it.
Right.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
You know, and to add to this story, your father-in-law was there. Now, I put my cigars back in my bag, and I look around, I see Ron,
Mr. Eddie.
Mr. Eddie, and a few others, you know, was there. But yet and still, when I went to Volcano Edge, nobody's there. They all at Carmen. You know, and so your father-in-law, when I go to, you know, take my cigars out, because he's a supporter,
Right.
and I show him the cigars, Chuck, "Hey man, you can't have that in here." After he had them on the thing, on the table. So your father-in-law came, and I showed him to him outside, and he was like, "Yo man," and your father-in-law go in his pocket and spend a couple $100 and say, "Here man," but he said some explicit things about Chuck in terms of this blankety blank blank blank,
Yeah.
and that's the story.
You know, it's a good story to tell, man, but that just tells you, man, the things that we, as black people, as black
Got a
entrepreneurs
long way
have
to
to
go.
deal with. You know, when we have somebody, you know, of color that has the opportunity to put you through the door, and then they don't do it, you know.
Yeah, but
No shit. because you know what? I just-
If the cigar don't measure up,
that's
they
fine.
kick me out.
Right, and don't let it measure up, but don't be the gatekeeper.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. If it don't measure up, then that's fine with me.
no,
Because at the end of the day, this is how I feel, and I've been around Chuck a whole bunch of times. He ain't got no fucking skin in the game, right? It shouldn't matter to him one way or the other. He ain't getting paid by what cigars in there. It shouldn't even fucking matter to him. It should be like the fact that he here, and one of
That's
the
it.
reasons why, yeah, it be some people up there, but I promise you, if your cigars is in there, a few more people will go in there just to grab your cigars, because I mean honestly, well, you know, I'm not gonna say, but you know, I know Darren and him fuck with me. I bring my own cigars, and I don't need to do that. But the whole thing is BS to me.
And all that's fine. All that's fine. You know, at the end of the day, you know, we still gonna have to knock on a bunch of doors and hear a bunch of no's before we get that 1 or 2 yeses.
Yep.
I'm prepared to do it. But the only bad part is when you do it and it's like if somebody knocking on my door and they look like me, at least I'm gonna open the door. You know what I mean? Hey, my man, what is it you need? Oh, I'm closed. Or I'm hungry. Hey, man, here go $1 or $2 or a few dollars. Go get you something to eat. You know what I mean? Or if you're cold, you can stay in here for a few minutes because it's like, for some reason, and whatever reason that is, you know, we just don't get ahead, you know, in numbers when it comes to us. You know?
Well, okay.
Because if all of us went out there right now, and we went out there.
Dime, esto es lo que tú querías. Yo soy fino.